Hello world. So I wanted to do something a little differently tonight, and sometimes I do something a little differently. But tonight I felt the Lord was telling me to share something very dear and personal with you guys in regards to a children's story I created a few months back last year. And so I kind of wanted to do a little bit of storytelling tonight and share this story that's really dear in my heart. And I think it holds a very pivotal lesson on the fact that, small things can hurt us. But it's okay because our God, our Papa, is there, to pick us up and hold us and get rid of that small little thing and help us, you know, feel okay again. And that's kind of what the moral of the story is. It's just a sweet little children's story about this little boy and his dad and their relationship. And, the small things do hurt, but it's okay. So let me share it with you guys. As the morning sun rose and the daily farm chores began, a little boy came running shouting, "Papa, help! I got a burr on my shoe." "Did you say you have a burr on your shoe?" said Papa, shaking his head slowly while smiling. "I do, and it hurts real bad," said the little boy. "Well, let me see," said Papa, and the boy carefully lifted his shoe high in the air. "Do you see it, Papa?" said the little boy. "I do, my son, and where would one find such a burr to get on your shoe?" said Papa. The boy hung his head low. "Out in the fields," said the little boy. The fields. And did I not warn you not to go in those fields, son?" said Papa. "You did, and I'm sorry for disobeying," said the little boy. "I forgive you, son. Now let me see that burr, and hold real still," said Papa loudly. The little boy carefully lifted his shoe high again and tried real hard to hold still, but it's hard to hold still with your foot in the air and a burr on your shoe. "Got it," said Papa as he held the little burr for the little boy to see. The little boy's eyes widened. "It's so small, but it hurts so bad," said the little boy. Looking up, he asked, "Papa, how can something that small hurt so much?" Papa laughed loudly. "Son, size doesn't always matter when it comes to things that could hurt us," Papa said gently. "I don't understand," said the little boy. "Someday you will, son. Now go on back out to play, for I've got important work to do," Papa said. The little boy, needing no more encouragement, ran outside to play. As the sun rose to center in the sky, a little boy was seen running and shouting, "Papa, help! I've got a splinter in my finger." "Did you say you have a splinter in your finger?" said Papa with concern. "I do, and it hurts real bad," said the little boy. "Well, let me see," said Papa. And the boy carefully lifted his finger high in the air. "Do you see it, Papa?" said the little boy. "I do, my son. And where would one find such a splinter to get your finger?" said Papa. The boy hung his head low. "In the barn," said the little boy. The barn, you say? And did I not warn you not to play in the barn?" said Papa. "You did, and I'm sorry for disobeying again," said the little boy. "I forgive you, son. Now let me see that splinter, and hold real still," Papa said loudly. The boy carefully lifted his finger high again and tried real hard to hold still, but it's hard to hold still with your hand in the air and a splinter in your finger. "Got it," said Papa as he held the tiny splinter between his fingers for the little boy to see. The little boy's eyes widened. "It's so small, but it hurt real bad," said the little boy. Looking up, he asked, "Papa, how can something that small hurt so much?" Papa laughed loudly. "Son, size doesn't always matter when it comes to things that can hurt us," Papa said gently. "I still don't understand," said the little boy. "Someday you will, son. Now go on back out to play, for I've got important work to do," Papa said. The little boy, needing no more encouragement, ran back outside to play once again. As the evening sun began to set and the cows began to come in for a last milking, a little boy was seen playing with his tiny kitten. Suddenly, the kitten ran under the rose bushes, and the little boy quickly followed. "Papa, help! I got thorns on my clothes!" cried the little boy loudly. Papa came running quickly from his wood shop. "Did you say you have thorns on your clothes?" said Papa, shaking his head slowly while frowning. "I do, and it hurts real bad," said the little boy. "Well, let me see," said Papa. And the boy tried to wiggle out of the bushes, but he was stuck. "Papa, I'm stuck," cried the little boy again. "I see that, my son. And where would one find themselves with thorns in their clothes?" said Papa. The boy hung his head low. "I was playing with my kitten, and she ran under the rose bush, and I followed," said the little boy. I see. And did I not warn you not to go near those rose bushes, son?" said Papa. "You did, and I'm sorry for disobeying you again," said the little boy. "I forgive you, son. Now let me see if we can get these thorns off of your clothes, and hold real still," said Papa loudly. The boy slowly wriggled backwards to get the thorns off his clothes, and he tried real hard to hold still while his papa pulled him loose. But it's hard to hold still when you're stuck in a rose bush and thorns are on your clothes. Got it, said Papa as he held the little thorns up for the little boy to see. The boy's eyes widened. It's so small, but it hurts so bad, said the little boy, now standing up. Papa, how can something that small hurt so much? He asked. Papa smiled. Do you remember earlier when you had a burr in your shoe and a splinter in your finger? Were they also not just as small as these thorns here? Papa said gently. The little boy nodded slowly. Did I not tell you then that size does not matter when it comes to what can hurt us? Papa said gently. The little boy nodded again slowly. Son, know that I did not warn you against playing in the fields, or the barn, or the rose bushes, because I did not want you to have fun. I did so because I love you, and I did not want you to get hurt. Do you understand now why I said not to go into those places? Papa said sternly. The little boy nodded, wiped the tears from his face, and quietly replied, Papa, if I had only listened, the burr would not have gotten on my shoe, or the splinter in my finger, or the thorns on my clothes. I understand now that even the smallest of things can hurt me when I don't listen and obey. I'm really sorry, Papa. I won't do it again, I promise. Papa smiled. I forgive you, son, just as I had before, and then he opened his arms wide to embrace his son. And as the sun set low over the sky and the stars began their evening dance, father and son embraced under the gentle moon's glow, and all was forgiven and forgotten, but the lesson at heart. So there's the story for tonight. I hope that really blessed you and gave you some good sweet dreams. I call it a burr on a shoe, but maybe I'll come up with a better title. But I hope you really enjoyed that and you really felt blessed and encouraged and really can take that lesson to heart. It's so easy for us to forget that small things can hurt us, but that Papa, our God, is always there for us to pick us up and love on us. All right, world, I love you. Take care. Virtual hugs. Bye.